Happy Friday. It is the last Friday of the decade. Is it? Yes, my eyes hurt right now. I don't know what's going on. So I took a little bit of a break during the holiday, but now I'm back and I wanted to share my makeup collection for the end of 2019. I actually went through some of my old videos and I found a really old makeup collection video. I'll link it down below since it is unlisted, but it is just so funny to see how far my makeup collection has come in the past like 8 years. So I thought it'd be fun to show off my makeup collection ending the year of 2019. I actually did a big clean out this year, so I have a lot less stuff than I used to, but I think it's a lot better because I'm using my products up way quicker. So I'm going to go over my makeup collection and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so let's get started. Here is my makeup table. The majority of my collection just fits on top of this desk, and basically it is an IKEA dresser unit, and this is where I get ready every single morning. I like to stand when I get ready, so that's why I have this mirror set up. But we will start from left to right. So here I have, sorry for my nails, I need to get them done for vacation, but that is another story. To organize all my palettes, I have a letter organizer from the Container Store. It is a nice acrylic and it is just the perfect size for a majority of my palettes. And you can see some of my favorites here. I'll just go through them real quick. Some of these are kind of dusty, but let's not look at those. And then behind here, we actually have a organizing unit. I'm not quite sure where I got this from. I'm sure it's from Marshalls or something like that. You can find a lot of these things from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, or Home Goods. Even Target has these as well, but I just reorganized all of this. So in the front here, I have some setting sprays, moisturizer, a few more smaller palettes, so things like face palettes as well as some really old naked palettes. I have 4 of them here, a Lorac Pro palette, and then here is more face items. So I have my favorite moisturizer here, eye cream, and here is my favorite eyeshadow primer, facial primer, and some face things here. So I have the Glossier Skin Tint. One of my favorites, this is the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I haven't been using it lately, so you could see like it's pretty gross and separated here, but that's because I haven't been using it as of late. Obviously, one of my favorites from this year, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And then in the back, I have things like eyeliners, some extra brow stuff, so Boy Brow and the NYX Brow Gel, some more heavy-duty concealers that I do not use on the reg, but I do use the IT Cosmetics one for actually setting my eyelids. More setting spray, but this one is an SPF one, so I like to use this especially in the summertime. I don't really know what else to say about this, but that is what is happening on this side. And then in the middle here, we have this little Lazy Susan. I actually got this as a Christmas gift like probably almost 10 years ago now. Like I think the same exact one is in my makeup collection video from 8 years ago. So this thing has been with me for a long time. I filled it up with, you probably can't see, but I filled it up with some glass beads. So the brushes are supposed to stand up, but they're not really right now. So for this brush holder, I actually have it separated into different parts of my face. Face brushes are in the middle here, so things for foundation, blush, bronzer, that kind of a thing. Here are more big blending brushes. This is out of place. This section is like my most used brushes, so I like to just keep everything here. And then more eye brushes. And then detailed brushes. I didn't really organize this, I'm sorry, but that's how it really looks like on the reg. Ew, I should stop saying on the reg. So this is really how it looks like usually. It's not that neat, but whose makeup collection is neat? I have my favorite eyelash curler here as well. And then I have this mug that one of my friends, Kathy, made me. It says wake up and makeup, and I put all my sponges in here. I just used them today, so obviously it's kind of dirty, but let's ignore that. More to go. So here is the whole right side, and we have a Muji 5 drawer acrylic system, And like these drawers are I think 40 bucks, but I think it's super worth it because of the quality of it and how long it's lasted me. And on top I have an IKEA mirror. This is very basic, but it's huge and I really love this, especially for getting ready in the morning. And I also have traveled with it before because it's such a good mirror. I'll have it linked down below. And then behind it actually has some of my face products. So I have some eye cream as well as the Tatcha Pearl. I have a few Tatcha samples behind there, and then my favorite powder. This powder is 2 years old probably. It is the Patrick Star setting powder from him and MAC. Brian actually got this for me like 2 Christmases ago, so that's how old it is, and I still use it and I love it. So going into these drawers, I really did try to downsize and keep a majority of things that I actually use. So this top drawer is actually my most used items on an everyday basis. So I have it going from the first steps that I do to the last step. So first things, obviously concealing, powders, highlights, and then brows. Like that's kind of the order that I do things in. And then the second one is kind of a mismatch of things again, but I have 3 of the same mascara, because if you watch my mascara video, you know that I use 2 different mascaras to get a nice curl. Watch that video if you feel like it. And here I have my everyday concealer, and the rest are things like cheeks, so highlights, bronzers, blushes. And then in this drawer is more eye things, so I don't really go into this drawer that often. But I did get these new JD Glow singles. I have not used them yet, but they are so beautiful. I should use them soon, but I don't have anything to like wear them for, so I'm just gonna keep it here. And just some fun things like glitters that I don't really use on the regular, but that is that drawer. Oh, that I did not mean to do that. This is my lip drawer, and you could tell it is very sparse. Barely anything in here because I don't really wear lip stuff. The only thing I really wear is this Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, and I have a mini version. But that is it for lips. If you even look at me right now, obviously I'm not wearing my lips because I am so low maintenance, but hopefully one day I can grow this drawer and actually start wearing things, but for now it is just a dream. And then this last one is just extra stuff. I don't really know why I have this. And then here I have a ceramic tile that I use as a palette. It is very handy to have, especially when I want to mix things like lotions and foundations. Okay, and then we have this drawer down here. And it is a bit of a mess right now. I should have maybe organized this beforehand, but I'll show you, you know. Here are things like hair tools, so I have some straighteners and a curling iron. So yes, a curling iron. Fascinating. Have some hair things here, as well as this little case with more hair things, but this is more for travel, so that's that side. Here I have a bunch of makeup bags, so I also have things like samples in some of the bags. So this is where I go for a lot of my travel needs. And then here I have some leftover brushes that I wasn't really using, so I took them out from here and put them in here just because I was getting overwhelmed every day with seeing so many brushes on my desk. So that's what's happening here. Deodorant, a new moisturizer that I got in my FabFitFun box, but I'm not ready to use it yet. So this is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk, and just keeping it here until I need to use it. And then here is what I use to actually clean my brushes. So when I'm drying them, I put them in these little sleeves. Then I have my Kleenex in here because I need to use that like almost every day as I'm getting ready. And then Vaseline, because your girl is always dry. And then back here is like some sentimental. So back here is some I can't say that word now. Sentimental things. So my first palette purchase ever, Kat Von D True Love palette. I bought this in high school. It was my very first palette that I ever bought, and I can't get rid of it, so I'm keeping it in here. Maybe I should open it so you could see what it looks like. Yep, this is what a 10-year-old palette looks like, and I'm going to keep it here till the end of time. And basically just other things that I don't really need or use, but I can't throw it away. I threw away so much makeup, but these are some things that I just could not get rid of. These were for my bridesmaids, but it came late, so it never got here on time. So I'm just going to throw it into like their birthday gifts whenever it's their birthdays. I should probably put that somewhere else. And then things, oh my god, this is a relic. I probably should like not even talk about this, but this is the Rihanna and MAC highlight. This thing is probably so old. I think this is from college. I'll insert what year this came out. But I basically went to MAC, bought a couple of items, and then whatever I had left over, I sold it on eBay for probably double the price. So that was me in a past life, but I'll never get rid of those. And then I have some backup things. So backup primer, backup eyeshadow primer, backup face primer, things like lashes, and then extra kabuki brushes and things like that. But that is what's happening in here, and that wraps up my makeup collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want me to go in more depth about any of these items that I have in my collection. I can't wait to take a look back at this collection in years from now and kind of see what has changed and what has stayed the same. Yeah, I just want to say Happy New Year and thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!